When I see the comments on the Star Trek Con YouTube, I gotta wonder, are these people listening to the same Star Trek audio drama that I am? Because this is a bastardization of Khan. Khan is a tyrant. Khan is somebody who went out there, slaughtered people, took it over for his own game because he knew that he was a superior race, and he did so with a bunch of members of superior race. Not only did he do that and get exiled, of course, to the Botany Bay, once he got out there, he was unrepentant and tried to do it again and tried to take over the Enterprise so that he could take over the world and the universe again. And he was just barely stopped, of course, by our triumphant heroes. He's pure evil. He didn't need to get into his psychology and just see that he's really just a good person deep down. And that's what this entire series does. It's really crazy. But it goes even deeper than that in just how bad it is. Now, I'm on episode 6. I've been reviewing every episode so far. These are only getting about 8,000 views on YouTube through the whole deal. So there's not a huge audience for it. But this is what Star Trek's become these days because the writers don't understand good versus evil. They don't understand just heroism. They don't understand real storytelling anymore. It's all about just going, oh, Khan is a brand. Let's try to make him into the protagonist and the nice guy and see how things go. Oh, and we'll add a bunch of strong female leads to it as well. That's like the formula for Star Trek everything these days. They're just doing the same thing Strange New Worlds did. I mean, if you just take out Pike and Spock who have to be there, it's everybody on the ship is a strong female lead except for them. It's really weird. If you go to Discovery, it's the same thing. And if you go to Starfleet Academy, I'm guessing we're going to have the same thing coming up again. It's really tough to be a Star Trek fan these days. And I'll get into this and why this episode, again, probably the worst of them yet. It's getting really hard to even listen to these all the way through. And we'll read some of their comments because I'm like, Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us as we talk about all things Star Trek. This is my JDA Talks Star Trek channel. Wow, the channel's doing really well this week, and I appreciate we've grown a ton. And, of course, this is a nichier topic because it is an audio drama, but this is what Star Trek's coming out with right now. I am a writer, a science fiction writer, so when I talk about this stuff, I talk about it from a science fiction writing perspective. This is a trilogy that I'm releasing right now via a crowdfund, and it's actually about a crew exploring different planets. So you have Captain Christopher Conley and his crew, a strong male lead captain, of course, and he's got different scenarios in each book. Each one's really just an episode by itself. They're in a new scenario. The first one, they find these soul crystals and these aliens that store souls in the crystals so that they can, draw on their former selves and actually kind of live forever through these soul crystals, and that causes some problems. In this next one, they find a world that's ravaged and destroyed by war, and they actually get popped into an alternate dimension where some of these aliens are actually hiding, trying to hide out from the war. And then third, I do a time travel story where the timeline is unraveling to really wrap things up and make it really excellent. So this is a great trilogy. Grab it in the description below. We're getting really close to funding, and I appreciate you guys being here. This is exactly what Star Trek used to promise to you guys, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you for reading, my friends, and grab this today. So let's get into the Khan story. The story so far is a story within a story. There's a woman who wants to research Khan and SETI Alpha 5, and she's got Captain Sulu's permission to do so. Tuvok's in it, so you got some member berries with actually George Takei and Tuvok, and Tim Russ actually playing their characters again, which is nice. It's good to hear from them. Here's the problem with it is the whole premise of it's a little off kilter, which I'll get into in a little bit. But that is nice. The quality of this, the production quality is super high, and that seems to be in line with Kurtzman Trek in general. If you look at Starfleet Academy, they're spending more money per episode than ever before. They're really going balls to the wall with just these gigantic sets that, set dressing doesn't make a story go. And that's where they've really fallen off. I think J.J. Abrams really set the standard for that. Oh, we're going to do set dressing that looks really pretty, and then we don't have to have a story. And that's where it all went. So this is the same thing, even with audio. The effects are great, the music's good, the acting is really nice. It sounds phenomenal. However, the storyline just does not do honor to Star Trek, or especially the character of Khan. And so you've got Khan on the SETI Alpha 5 planet in between Space Seed, the episode, and the Wrath of Khan. How did this planet become a bad thing? And so we've had a situation where SETI Alpha 6 is destabilizing, and that actually throws this planet off kilter and causes a problem for it where they can barely survive, right? There's other aliens who crash landed here. And they're telepathic aliens who are really strong, but they're super nice people. And Khan wanted to kill them. They didn't. And then these people were just kind of nice to them. And in this episode, one of Khan's subordinates went off the rails and went and killed one anyway, and they're trying to like mitigate that basically. So there's a few things that happen here. There's a bunch of characters, and almost all of them are female, the main characters. And of course, the lead who's investigating this is a female. And so in this episode in particular, last one actually, they got some battle going with these aliens and the like, but Khan pulled his punches. One, like, Khan's character is pulling punches. He wants to do the right thing. He just cares about his people. He's misunderstood. It's painful to listen to. I mean, just on that level, it's like, this is not Khan. This is not, the tyrant. This is not him at all. He leads with, he leads with a fist, and he's not doing so in this at all. And he's not doing so because Marla from Space Seed is now his wife, who he, only has one wife because, he's just a good person, right? and she is just influencing him through the entire thing. And that's what I started to notice. Like, Khan is like debating going in a bad direction a lot of the time. And Marla just nags at him and goes, nah, you need to be a good person. This is what Starfleet's all about. And it's like Khan would just backhand her in the original series, and she would shut up. And she would then become subservient to him because she was very feminine and very subservient. That's how she was back then. Now she's like, I want to be in charge. How do you know these aliens are bad, Khan? I love you, but gosh, you better be a good boy. And it's like, that's all that happens in this episode. On top of that, they did the thing where like there's lesbian space couple, in here. Some of his people are lesbians and they want to have a baby. Yes, I know. And it's just like, and the entire plot thread's been them growing this artificial baby and the like, and they lost the baby in this episode, and they're really sad about it, and they start nagging, I can't bring a child into this world in this episode. It's like, oh gosh. So you have to listen to them nag, you have to listen to Marla nag, and then you have to listen to Khan just like kind of like stand there and do nothing while all this is going on, rather than just backhand these women and tell them to shut up. like the character would, right? And not only that, but he'd probably like not go with the lesbian thing. He'd be like, you're all having my seed. Like that's probably the egomaniacal Khan that would do things with this, right? And so you've got these alien creatures who are also just nice. They're benevolent. They're like, we want to show you how to be nice. And everybody's just trying to show how to be nice the whole time while the environment's like slowly decaying around them, but it really hasn't gotten bad for them or anything yet. Now, on the other front, you have this woman who's investigating this and going through his logs, and that's the framing setup for this. You hear his logs, and she's learning that Khan is just misunderstood, and she thinks that the Enterprise and Captain Kirk and Hikaru Sulu, they're covering up something with this whole mess, and she's investigating into that. And she nags Sulu, and she nags Tuvok about this entire time too. So she's nagging them, telling them they're wrong, and in the framing sequence, and then Marla's nagging Khan, telling him he's wrong, and then the lesbians are nagging Khan as well. Like, there's nothing here but women nagging for 30 minutes. It's just a headache. That's where we're at. Instead of Star Trek Khan, they should have called it Star Trek Naggers. Be careful with the YouTube filters with that word. But that's it, and that's why I'm like, I go down to the comments and I'm like, am I listening to the same thing? This is too damn good. Only 4 episodes left. Need more audio dramas like this. Not written like this, though. I do like the quality of the production. I got to give them that. But, like, my gosh. I love the direction the series took in this episode. Okay? Just dropping in before I even start to tell you how much I come to look forward to these weekly episodes. This is so good. Andrew's Khan is riveting. Again, it's just, there's not really much about the story. Like, here's one. The story is incredible. One of the best Star Trek arcs I've had in years, except for it doesn't fit Khan whatsoever. That's the main problem. Best episode of the series. I mean, the twist at the end, how do they make this better every time? Turning this into a video series would be welcomed. I mean, I don't know what they're listening to, but it's not the same thing I just listened to. I mean, this is just another bastardization prequel Star Trek that just like gets the continuity wrong, gets the characters wrong, and it's painful. All right. Are you listening to this? Leave a comment down below. Love to hear from you. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.